Alright, one of my highly anticipated figures is finally here, and it is Antman from Hot Toys. And there's the box art. Usually I don't show box art anymore, but this one looks really nice. Alright, and here we have Antman outside of packaging, and let's take a look at all the accessories that he comes with first. We have a couple of hands. Just your hands, fists, disc coating hands, and then the relaxed hands. And then here is a little tiny Antman. Let's gander that first. Paint job on it is really good for something this small. Let's see how big he is. He is so tiny. The base is removable from it, and he is about a little over an inch tall. So quite small. And then we have these discs. One is to make things bigger, one is to make things smaller. And then the pin particles. And two of these. Then a couple of more hands. And there's the figure. And also the Antman base, of course, with the name plaque. And here's a closer look at the pin particle. Basically made out of translucent plastic. And then one more look at the Antman, mini Antman. The base is removable. He's just standing on it, that's all. And the paint job on him is quite good for something this small. And the canister can be housed right here. Two on each side. And there's the belt. Alright, so let's get a closer look at the helmet first. These tubings, you could push them in all the way so it will stay in place, but you do run the risk of stretching it out too much because these tubings are quite short. So when you try to turn his head, you might stretch them out to the max if you aren't careful with it. So I tend to just leave them out, and if I need to pose them, I'll turn his head and then readjust the tubing accordingly. But there's the helmet. It's quite nice. The paint job on it is it does look metal, even though this whole thing is made out of plastic. Let's turn back around. There's the front. Weathering on it, I don't know whether I like it or not. I'm okay with it having weathering, but the rest of the suit doesn't have anything, which is kind of weird. So if you're gonna weather the helmet, might as well weather the suit as well. And here's a good look at the Paul Rudd head sculpt. Quite nice. And the visor is attached on there using magnets. And then this chin strap thing can be lowered. It does have Paul Rudd's likeness there. Quite good, actually. And to turn the batteries on, then you need to remove the top of the helmet. That piece right there. It is a little hard to remove. You just gotta use a little more force, and then it should come off quite easily. And then there's an on and off switch, and let's turn them on. And here you go. On the forehead there's a light, this red light, and then it also lights up the sides as well too, which is really awesome. And here it is. Once the helmet is down, the face mask is down, you can see the inner portion of him, it's all lit up, so you can see his eyes, and then on the side, which is really impressive. Awesome looking Antman. Alright, so let's get a good look at this suit here. Now, mine does have a bit of a problem. Defect, I don't know if you call that, it's just a little pink rub here on the chest. I mean, if I don't point it out, you're not going to see it, but once I point this out, you'll definitely see it on his breast there. Let me see if I get close enough. Here on this side, you can see a couple of dots that turn black. It's because paint got rubbed off on those 4 or 5 dots. I mean, it's not that noticeable. I could kind of justify it as being weathering, but if you look at it from this distance, you're not going to see it. If you look at it up close and you know where to look, you would definitely see it. So right there, you could definitely see color difference between a couple of dots next to it. And overall, other than that, the paint job on it is quite nice. The tailoring, it's amazing. But another issue I have is that this figure is terrible as far as articulation. Before I do that, but I'll just talk about the shoulders as well. This whole piece, this chest area, that's like one piece, so it's kind of like Captain America, where he's basically wearing a vest on this section. This is all just one giant piece, and then the arms are attached to an inner suit that runs all the way around him, and then the shoulder pieces, it looks like they glued it down from this side over here. So when you move the shoulder, when you move the arm, this shoulder piece will go with it, and it doesn't impede with the articulation that much. Here, let me rotate his arm so you guys could kind of see. And another thing to watch out for is this piece up here. This is attached to the vest itself, and the shoulder pad is not. So when you're trying to turn this arm, make sure you lower the arm a little bit. Here you can see when you rotate the arm, the shoulder pad goes with it because it is on a separate piece than the vest itself. Just kind of nice. This way he'll have better articulation, better range of motion, just like the Captain America figure. But one thing that's really terrible is the hips. I basically got no articulation whatsoever around the hips because of this pair of pants that he's wearing. It is some sort of a pleather-like material, so it is kind of thick. And so basically when you try to lift his leg, this whole section is going to bunch up like crazy, and you might put some crease marks on this really nice looking outfit. And this is basically how far he could bend his legs, which is very disappointing for something like this. Wish he could bend his legs a little bit more so he could do a better running pose, but he really can't because of the way the suit is, and the body itself is I guess they could have made it a little bit stronger so it could withstand a little more bend to the hips, but they didn't. So about this is how far forward his leg could go. As far as the knees, he could definitely bend to 90 degrees, and then ankle wise, not a whole lot because of those high tops. It does impede with the articulation, so yeah, pretty bad. And there's absolutely no abdominal articulation whatsoever because of the suit. Again, it's pretty thick. The front, it's a rubber piece. The whole chest area is a rubber piece. So when you glue that to the suit itself, you're not gonna have any articulation whatsoever. So as far as articulation, this is a very poor figure. As far as articulation, basically you have a good range of motion around the head, Base of the neck, there's a lower range motion. Shoulders, you already saw, there's a good range, and then elbows quite nice, and then wrists also good. Nothing around the waist, nothing around the hips, knees you could bend, nothing around the ankles. And here's a side view of Antman. And there's the backside. Awesome looking design. This is because of Marvel, not because of Hot Toys. And yeah, tubings on them is quite limited. And here you can see I turned his head about, what, 45-degree angle. And this side is already stretched to the max. You can see this tubing. So if I were to have him fully attached, yeah, this is as far as you could bend his head, rotate his head. Just bad too. Wish they made this tubings a little bit longer, just so I could attach it without having to worry about the range of motion for his head here. And with this figure, there's no actually. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's a way to remove the suit itself, but I wouldn't risk it because most of the pieces are glued on to the suit itself. So if you were to take it apart, I would imagine you would have to somehow undo the backside of him, because I see a little zipper back there. So you would have to undo the vest. Even though it's glued down, you would have to do something to pry that open in order to get it off its body, and then remove the suit itself, because everything else is sewn in together. The boots, the boots itself are not. They're like I said, these are high tops, so they run all the way up here, and then the shin guards and all that, that's attached to the suit. So yeah, so if you want to do customizing, this would not be the figure to do it with, because it's going to be a pain to take this apart. So overall, do I like this figure? Yes, I really do like this figure. Not because of the articulation, it's only because the design of the suit. This Ant-Man, the film was great, and I find this suit more to my liking than the new one. So at the end of the day, it's worth purchasing, because this thing is gonna set you back about $225, I believe. I'm not sure the retail was. I think the retail was $225 or somewhere around there. This is worth getting. I don't know, because I'm a little bit biased on this, because the suit itself, the design of it is really, really nice. I like red, and this guy's red. And I like motorcycle, and this guy has a really cool looking motorcycle jacket. I mean, basically a motorcycle suit. And the design of it is good. The film was amazing. So overall, I am very happy with this purchase. But as far as articulation, this figure sucks. No articulation whatsoever around the hips and the abdominal area, so which makes it impossible for you to pose other than have him standing like so. Very generic looking pose, but if you like that, I mean, if you like the film, like the suit as much as I do, then you would probably want to pick this up. But if you're just a Marvel fan who's trying to collect a few figures here and there, then you might want to skip this Ant-Man, because if you want to pose him, do some dynamic poses, you're not gonna get that from this figure, which is a bit disappointing. Well, it's not a bit; it's very disappointing that he can't do anything other than stand around and with his arm raised, and that's about it. Because even I've seen poses where people do of him running, it looks absolutely ridiculous, because around the hips there's no articulation whatsoever. So overall, yeah, I am happy with the purchase, but for other people they might not be if they aren't aware of the articulation, the limitation of the articulation. So yeah, so there you go, there's Ant-Man from Hot Toys. Thanks for watching.